due to checking 6,000 booklets in a few months, will you consider to amend the limit from 5 attempts to a new limit of 10 bar attempts? Additionally, do you agree to reduce the number of bar subjects to 3 or 4, just like in the U.S.? This is from a certain Tads Bentulan.
All right. No, Your Honor, on the reducing of the bar subjects, I think that this has gone through so much genesis and study. I would maintain them. I think these are the 8 areas where it is important. In fact, I would go with trying to ensure that judicial legal ethics is spread throughout, as is the plan, I think, of the current chairman of the bar exam, to make sure that an integral part of each of the substantive bar subjects would carry application of ethical standards. No, Your Honor, I think that the Supreme Court, once it makes a decision, we presume that the Supreme Court has made a well-considered decision. And when it issued the memorandum circular saying that from here on, it's 5 attempts, you're out, I think the Supreme Court should stick with that, Your Honor, because it doesn't do good to the integrity and the reputation that the Supreme Court changes its mind on that, Your Honor. I think that if you've had 5 bar attempts and you haven't quite passed it, you'd be doing yourself and society better if you go into other things where you will shine. I think that's the important point there, Your Honor.
Thank you, Dean. This is another question. Would you agree to my proposal that this is also from Tads Bentulan, would you agree to my proposal that the justices of the Supreme Court should have the same allowances and salaries as that of the central bank governor, who has high salary and allowances, to prevent corruption and to elevate the economic dignity of the judiciary?
I'm not aware of the salary standard of the Bangko Central governor. It probably is very high. But I would say this, Your Honor, I think that judges and justices should be well paid. I think that if we want quality justice in this country, our republic should be willing to give them quality pay. I think that we should live by the words, you put your money where your mouth is. We want our judges and justices to dispense justice in the best way possible. Therefore, give them a compensation that will allow them to concentrate on doing just that, and at the same time be able to provide with dignity for their families, to be able to send their children to good school. I think that's important. I think it's a shame that when you look at our national budget, I think less than 1% of the national budget is given to the Supreme Court or to the judiciary. If the Supreme Court is truly one of the 3 important pillars of our government, then it deserves a budget higher than 1 or 2%, Your Honor. And therefore, they should all be spent towards making sure that from the Chief Justice down to the sheriff and the process server, they are paid well, and they're well qualified, they're hired well, and they're paid well, and they spend their lives doing exactly just that, being part of the judiciary. No matter what they are, the sheriff, being interpreters, stenographers, and know at the end of the day that it has been a good life, that it has been a dignified life for them and their family, and then it was a life of service to this country.
On that note, I have no more question for Dean Villanueva. Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you, Your
Good luck.
Justice Hermosissima, sir.
Good afternoon, Dean.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
The